Would you dare to travel to the world's most dangerous places? I mean, seriously, would you pack your bags and fly to a country where just stepping outside your hotel could be the last thing you ever do? Because today, we're not just talking about it, we are counting down the top 10 most dangerous countries to visit in 2025. This isn't your typical travel vlog. This is a survival guide to the places most governments tell their citizens to avoid at all costs. We're going to explore the reasons why these places are on the list, and I promise you, it's more intense than you can even imagine. Some of these destinations might surprise you, and the reasons behind their danger are even more shocking. We're talking about active war zones, rampant terrorism, and societies on the brink of complete collapse. We've spent weeks researching the most up-to-date travel advisories, news reports, and first-hand accounts to bring you this insane list. Each country has a story, a terrifying reality that you won't see on a postcard. This is raw, this is real, and it's going to be a crazy ride. So buckle up, because this is going to be one of the most intense videos we've ever made. We're going to go deep into the heart of what makes a country truly dangerous. But you have to stay tuned, because number one on our list will completely change the way you see travel forever. It's a place so perilous, so unpredictable, that it redefines the very concept of danger. You won't believe what we uncovered. Let's get into it. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Syria. For over a decade, this country has been absolutely devastated by a brutal civil war. Imagine waking up every single day not knowing if your neighborhood will become a battlefield. That's the reality for millions of Syrians. The conflict involves the government, rebel groups, and foreign powers, creating a chaotic and incredibly unpredictable situation. Major cities like Aleppo and Damascus, once bustling centers of history and culture, now bear deep scars of war, with entire districts reduced to rubble. It is literally a war zone. The United States Department of State has issued its highest-level travel advisory, Level 4, Do Not Travel, citing terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and the risk of armed conflict. Foreign journalists, aid workers, and tourists have been targeted, kidnapped, and even killed. There is virtually no United States consular presence in Syria, meaning if you get into trouble, you are completely on your own. There is no one coming to save you. Coming in at number 9 is Afghanistan, a country that has been synonymous with conflict for decades. Since the Taliban's return to power in 2021, the situation has become even more volatile and dangerous, especially for Westerners. The country is facing a severe humanitarian crisis, with widespread poverty and food shortages affecting millions. The security situation is extremely fragile, and the rule of law is practically non-existent in many areas. Terrorist groups, including the Islamic State Khorasan province, also known as ISIS-K, continue to launch attacks across the country, targeting civilians, government facilities, and foreigners. Furthermore, the Taliban's strict interpretation of Islamic law imposes severe restrictions, particularly on women, and there's a total lack of tolerance for behavior that deviates from their norms. For a foreign traveler, unknowingly breaking one of these rules could lead to severe punishment, including imprisonment or worse. Consular services for foreign citizens are extremely limited or non-existent, meaning that if you are detained or run into trouble, getting help is nearly impossible. You are completely on your own in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. At number 8, we have the world's youngest country, South Sudan. This nation gained independence in 2011, but its short history has been marred by a devastating civil war, ethnic violence, and a catastrophic humanitarian crisis. Sailing into our number 7 spot is Somalia. For most people, the name Somalia brings one word to mind: pirates. And while maritime piracy off its coast has decreased, the country itself remains one of the most dangerous and unstable places on Earth. At number 6, we find Yemen, a country caught in the crossfire of a devastating proxy war that has created the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Since 2014, a brutal conflict between the Houthi movement and the Saudi-led coalition has ripped the nation apart. Cracking our top 5 is Libya, a country that has been in a state of chaos and civil war since the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. The biggest threat to any foreigner in Libya is kidnapping. Armed militias and criminal gangs operate with impunity, and they frequently abduct foreigners for ransom or political leverage. At number 4, we have a country that, honestly, many people may not even be able to place on a map: the Central African Republic, or CAR. This nation is trapped in a vicious cycle of sectarian violence, armed conflict, and brutal crime that has been going on for years. Breaking into the top 3 is Mali, This West African nation, famous for the legendary city of Timbuktu and its rich musical heritage, is now at the epicenter of a spreading wave of jihadist violence in the Sahel region. The number one danger in Mali is the extreme risk of terrorism and kidnapping. Westerners are considered high-value targets by these terrorist groups. Our runner-up for the most dangerous country in the world is Iraq. Decades of conflict, starting with the Iran-Iraq War, the Gulf War, and culminating in the 2003 invasion and its chaotic aftermath, have left the country shattered and volatile. While the large-scale war against ISIS has ended, the country remains a tinderbox of sectarian tensions, political instability, and ongoing terrorist activity. And the number one most dangerous country to visit in 2025 is Venezuela. This might shock you. It's not a country in a declared state of war like many others on this list. But what makes Venezuela so incredibly dangerous is the complete and total collapse of its society. Years of political turmoil, mismanagement, and international sanctions have led to a catastrophic economic and humanitarian crisis, resulting in a level of violent crime that is among the highest in the world. This is a different kind of danger. It's a danger that permeates every aspect of daily life. The biggest threat in Venezuela is crime. With the economy in ruins and most of the population living in extreme poverty, violent crime has exploded. The political situation is a powder keg. The country is deeply divided and protests and civil unrest are common. The United States government has no diplomatic presence in Venezuela and has warned that any of its citizens there could be subject to arbitrary arrest and long-term detention without consular access. On top of all this, the basic infrastructure has crumbled. There are severe shortages of food, water, medicine, electricity, and gasoline. The country is beautiful with stunning natural wonders like Angel Falls and Caribbean coastlines, but this beauty hides a terrifying reality of a society that has completely broken down. So there you have it, the 10 most dangerous countries to visit in 2025. It's a sobering look at the parts of the world gripped by conflict, crime, and collapse. From the war-torn streets of Syria to the societal breakdown in Venezuela, the risks are real and they are extreme. But here's the twist. Despite these dangers, each country has a rich culture and history that's often overshadowed by the headlines. Iraq is the cradle of civilization. Syria is home to some of the world's most ancient cities. Mali was the heart of great empires. The people in these nations are resilient, with deep traditions and a powerful desire for peace and normalcy. This video isn't meant to just scare you. It's meant to inform you and give you a perspective you won't get from a travel brochure. It's a reminder of how fortunate many of us are to live in safety and stability. So after seeing all this, would you ever visit any of these countries if the situation improved? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this countdown eye-opening, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next insane video. Thanks for watching.